Hello everybody and welcome to Square Balloon Actions and Tutorials. This tutorial is for Adobe Camera Raw to demonstrate how to use the adjustment brush to fix a localized color. So in this image here we wanted to have the blanket a little bit whiter than it appears to make it more like the wrap that the baby was wearing. So we're going to just go to our white balance first. We'll have a look at auto. That looks very pale, so we'll bring the temperature up a little bit back to sort of similar to the way it was. And just looking at the skin now, trying to get that right first. Maybe bring up a little of the exposure. Okay, so I like the way the skin looks now, but I need to change the color of the blanket. It was just a little bit buttery looking to how the photographer wanted it. So we're going to bring the temperature down. We're going to bring the exposure up a little bit. We can play with these afterwards when we've painted over the area that we want to change, so that we can, once it's painted on, we can then adjust them. Let's bring down the saturation a little. Okay, so we'll start with those settings. Make our brush big with the square brackets and we'll paint them on. Okay. So it's already looking whiter. It's a little bit green, so let's change the tint of that. Bring up the exposure another little bit. And we can go in and be a little bit more accurate as well. We can use the erase tool to erase back in any bits that we might have gone over. So now our blanket is more in line with the color of the wrap. The other thing that I want to do in here before I open it up, I'll just go back to the basic panel. I'm going to go into effects and I'm going to just get rid of this slightly dark vignette. I don't want it to be too obvious, but I just want it a little bit paler at the edges. So we'll open that image now in CS6. And it's almost how we want it. So we just go in here and we'll use the spot healing brush just to address a few of those little dots and scratches. And then I'm going to run my, let's see, I'm going to run red skin removal because there's a little bit of red in the shadows here. So we'll just get rid of some of that red. And in the nostrils, the upper lip, and just along the fingers. Lower the opacity for bits that aren't so bad, but we just still want to bring some of the red out. Pull back, see how that looks. And then we will go to some skin smoothing. We just smooth over the skin at 100%. So the skin looks pretty good, but I just think it could do with just a little bit more warming. So I'm going to do a paint on warmth. I'm going to bring the opacity down a little bit. And so then the last thing that I want to do, let me just take a little bit off the, and then the last thing that I want to do is a little bit of sharpening. So I'm going to sharpen along the lash line. I'm going to bring it up to 100% again. Sharpen along the lash line, and then the lips, and then the fingers. So there we have a quick edit using a couple of actions and then the adjustment brush in Adobe Camera Raw.